Hi, how do you use your time? How do you use your time when you work with Livegood? I'm going to talk about using the time, or maybe some of us maybe are using the word to be efficient with the time. Did you know that the top 1% of the network marketing people, they are using their time efficiently? And when I read that, I started to think a bit. What is using the time efficient for you? What does it mean to you? Because that's not necessarily means the same to you that it means to me. And if you are looking at a lot of the top leaders in Livegood, for example, they are doing a part of the work in a part of the day, and then they are moving on doing other things. But they use their time to doing their, a lot of them are doing YouTube. So a lot of them are using the time for doing videos, making sure to post it, and so on and follow up. And they have kind of a system. Maybe they are checking their emails in the morning and then do something for having input, for having ideas to videos, and then doing the videos, and then let the rest of the day be free. And I think that that is a really, really good way to do if it works for you. So my question to you is, does that work to you? Or do you have another type of life so this isn't working for you? When I look back to myself, I do schedule my time, and I have different areas when I do things. But as a mother with kids that need a lot of help, I have to think what to do. So what I do, I start every morning, not every morning, but mostly school mornings. I start with a morning routine. There I know what to do, and where I put in a meditation for, well, let's say 15 minutes, around 15 minutes, because then I know that I have a more good start of my time. And for me, it's a good way to be efficient with my time. And then I follow the schedule. I follow kids to school, and I do have my morning walk after I have left at school. And then I do what I can, and I try to have this. But it's also like this, that in a life as a mother and with a lot of things that really are happening around me, I have to do work when I can. And sometimes that means I'm including late evenings. But I'm also very aware of that for me, that's not a really good time to work. So I try to avoid it. But sometimes I have to do it because I haven't been able to do what I thought about. But this thing about being efficient with the time, for me, that's also my batching is a part of that. To do as many videos that I can and try to schedule them in advance so people can find them and look at them. But also, I think this is, for me, this is bigger than just being efficient. with the time, but I do choose to focus on one thing. And I try as much as I can to finish the task that I'm doing, because we are human beings. And if we have an unfinished task, let's say you have been talking to a person and you know that, oh, I should send that and that information to this person. But you don't do it because you still are, oh, you need to find so many people to your team. And you're just almost chasing after other people instead of take care of those that you already have in your team. Here, because this is something that can be good to be aware of and think of. Have you done everything that you could for the person that you already have? Because this is also like this, that if they don't feel that they get enough help, maybe they decide to quit. Maybe they are not happy with the help and so on. So what is most important? Is it most important? Of course it's important if you want to have your ranking. But how can you secure so you are doing the thing that you need to do or want to do to help that person? Because what if it would take you just a short time to finish, to let that first person move on? What happens in our brains, because this is our subconscious mind is always aware of things that it haven't closed. So let's say, for an example, let's say you have an attic, and let's say you have a lot of stuff in your attic, and you're aware of, oh, it's too crowded, it's too much thing in your attic. And even if you don't see this every day, it stays in your subconscious mind that you have so much stuff in the attic, and then it makes it more heavier. If you had taken that time to do this cleansing in your attic, you could release a lot of those heavy feelings around that, including if you did finish what you needed to help your team member or customer with, and did finish that instead of just chasing new ones, you will be able to see that it is a lot of difference what happens in your body if you're trying to think of it and be aware of it. So for me, that is the one thing, to be efficient with the time, to really take the task you're doing from the beginning and to the ending as long as possible. But of course, things are not ending that way in this work, but as long as you can do it, and to take it as far that you want to have those people. I hope you're seeing what I'm trying to say here, because for me that is one way of being efficient on your time, that you're focusing on this thing, boom, ready, next, because then it makes it a lot more easier for you. And it could be like this, that you maybe put yourself a schedule or something. Okay, Mondays, what are you doing on Mondays? Are you doing your batching? Are you recording videos on Mondays? Or are you having, if you're using Zoom and things, are you doing that on Tuesdays? And what are you doing on Wednesdays? And also this very, 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 very important thing that a lot of people have a tendency to forget. Where do you have your own free time for you, where you can just have a pause and rest and have some moment for yourself? So you're not just climbing in, bang, in that wall. I think that is so important. So if you can be efficient with your time, you can also planning. You can do a planning and think of what is the most important things that you need to do in your work with Livegood. And then you are matching that to other activities. Family time, if you have a family, maybe other activities, if you're doing both a regular job or other jobs and Livegood and so on. If you're trying to sort this out and to find a way how you can have this to work for you. And that could really help you. I think that could really help you if you're finding your way of doing this. I hope you have some questions, and bring the questions to me if you want me to clarify something or to help you find a way to do something with your situation. And I'm also a bit curious if you're already in Livegood or if you haven't joined. And if you are open to just visit Round Tour for 6 minutes, you can get my link here in the description. And then you can take the free tour if you're open to it. And after you have done that, I can help you if you want me to help you. So you know where to find it and you know how you can do. And with that, I want to wish you a really, really great day. Bye.